seen, Mr. Speaker, have produced 27 children for me. These 4 wives you have seen have produced 27 kids for me, and I'm still counting.
I've decided to share this from Oak TV. And you know, Honorable Adogua is a very popular man apparently in Nigeria. He was a chief whip in the Nigerian House of Representatives. So.
Nice. He wanted to show that he's not just powerful on the floor, but he's also very powerful at home apparently, and very helpful. So I divided the 27
So he represents APC now. So
27 divided by 4. So each wife has about what, 7 or 6.5. Oh, nice. The world is sweet.
Charlie, good morning to you. Chief U.M. Thompson, you work with the ECOWAS office right here in Accra. He's my friend. He's a Calabar man. So,
can we have one of our MPs do that? You know, a wild introduction?
Yeah, of their wives and their children. You know, they are there.
Oh my God, welcome to Friday. Friday, we take it easy.
Yeah, Charlie, take it easy. Charlie, too much stress. You know, a year ago, we were at Ayawaso West Walk. You people were calling,
a year ago, you, by this time.
I was there.
Yeah.
That time, the Max men had come. They had come first time. 6:43.
Oh my God. We're laughing about this, but it wasn't a laughing matter because it got us to set up a whole commission. What did we do with the outcome of that commission? Let's review the newspapers. We will talk Ayawaso West Walk on as we mark 1 year of that by-election. But what we remember most was not the election itself, but the violence that marred the elections. We'll look at some of the recommendations. We will be there live on the ground today because there's a commemorative ceremony. This is being organized by the main opposition, the NDC. So we will talk about this issue here on our show. It's also a relationship Friday, so we've got it. So questioning is, why would you still want to stay with a cheating partner, particularly if you're married or if you're in a long-term relationship? We'll talk about that issue on our show today. Of course, you can join us via WhatsApp. We'll activate the phone lines as well. We'll go to Facebook where we posted this question and we'll get a comment. But right now, let's do the newspapers, the Daily Graphic, the Finder, the Daily Statesman, the Ghanaian Times. These are the papers I have, Roland.
I have the rest. Daily Guide is among.
All right, so I'm going to start with the Finder newspaper. Front page of the Finder today, over 5-hour IPAC meeting inclusive. All eyes on EC's committee as stakeholders await communique. Poor human development threatens Africa's growth, according to Senyo Hossi. Over 400 children diagnosed with cardiovascular diseases unable to afford treatment. We brought you the story of him in Terrier filing that from Kumasi. For us, absolutely heartbreaking to drive some beef matter the structure, burning the children to death.
All right, are you done?
Well, just can't get over this situation of 4 siblings. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I have the publisher, I have the statement. They're all about election, so I'm showing it to you. Foreign affairs. You say same. Only goes through business is different. They said Ghana commits 80 million onto forward forex markets in January 2020. We've ended it though. Is today the last day for January?
Finally.
75, the 75th day. For those who didn't prepare, 75 days. It has ended.
Yeah, Roland, there's a very worrying story on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Let me just touch on it briefly. Water and sanitation baseline study in Dodowa in the Greater Accra region has established that all wells and boreholes in the community contain bacteria from human and animal feces, making it unsafe for human consumption. The survey also found that more than 70% of the hand-dug wells were sited within 10 meters of latrines, waste dumps, and unlimited wastewater drains. The findings were disseminated at a workshop to share the outcome of the 5-year project, which assess the quality of water from wells and boreholes in Dodowa. So what do they have to do? If all wells and boreholes are contaminated, they're not safe.
Yeah.
We would touch on this. Yeah, you wanted to do something?
Yeah, so let's go to the statement issued by the Electoral Commission. This is a formal statement after the event, because the parties are saying that they'll stalemate. Well, the NDC and its allied parties are saying.
Well, when you listen to them, everybody telling us
I mean, largely
what happened,
that's
then
it's a stalemate. But the Electoral Commission doesn't seem to think so. And this is a statement that they formally issued. We'll read the statement out to you. And it basically says that the Eminent Advisory Committee on we know when they met. So they said the meeting process, they adopted the following approach for the meeting. The EC made a presentation to the meeting on the need for what they wanted to do, a new biometric management solution, a new voters register. It says each member of IPAC was present, given an opportunity to make a presentation. Now, the observations for the from the meeting, according to the EC, are the following. All the presentations, that's the the Eminent Advisory Committee made the following observations. Concerns of IPAC on the new solution were heard. Now, IPAC members make critical suggestions, input, and comment towards improving the process. IPAC members indicated the need for the EC to clarify certain technical and administrative issues related to the process. Inputs were made to deepen the dialogue, partnership, and collaboration between IPAC and the EC. Majority of IPAC members agreed on the need for a new voter management solution.
Agreed.
I'm telling you.
All right.
However, some of them urged the EC to put in place adequate safeguard measures to ensure data security and integrity. Now, going forward, after the meeting, the committee noted that apart from the information being shared among the parties, an opportunity for further dialogue was created. From the above, and in accordance with the role of the EC in promoting good governance, the committee shall, going forward, next one, going forward, take feedback from the meeting on board in offering in offering its advice to the Electoral Commission on the subject. The EC will invite the technical teams from the various parties to meet with this IT team. And basically the conclusion, it says the committee expresses gratitude to IPAC, the CSOs present, former independent presidential candidates, and the development partners for attending the meeting. It further encourages all parties to continue to use dialogue and consultative platforms to promote good governance. Now, they advise all stakeholders to put Ghana first in all they do and continue to support the electoral.
This is interesting, right? Because this was signed by Silviano, Acting Director Public Affairs, the Electoral Commission.
Exactly.
It sounds like this was on behalf of the committee.
Yes.
But check this out. The Emil Schotz, Mr. Emil Schotz,
he made remarks?
Who's chairman of the advisory committee, told the media that the committee would be issuing a communique on the outcome as well as its advice to the EC. Did what you read? Did it?
Yeah, they said there was
the EC?
They said there was a communique and an advice to the, but that has not been captured.
The advice is not here.
Yes.
Okay, so my question is:
they only stated that there was a communique and advice.
Is this statement on behalf of the committee itself? Is that it? No,
the thing is that it's the Electoral Commission that convened this meeting. We have to put that forthright. And so the role of the committee is just advisory.
At the quest of.
At the behest of the stakeholders, the parties, the committee. You know.
Okay, all right. So, listen, if you check the Finder newspaper out, it says, all eyes on the EC's committee as stakeholders await communique, which kind of like this is.
But the EC says everything was fine.
And I'm just reading this last slide. Because they wouldn't speak directly to the media except to say wait for our communique. So is that it? Is this on behalf of the committee, or this is the Electoral Commission reporting how things were according to the Electoral Commission's observations of the meeting?
And according to the Electoral,
expect another release.
Well, we'll wait for it. Maybe when the communique is finalized, or I'm sure because they said there was a communique, so I'm sure. So,
okay. Well,
then the other one I wanted. We have increments in fees of passports. There's been the ministry. So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. We'll put the statement, says it's increased fees. So if you know you are living anywhere, you're watching us.
1st February, which is tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
So too late for you if you didn't take advantage.
Yeah.
Of the old fees.
So this is the fees. If you want the ordinary one, the new fees are.
Ordinary is what? 32 pages.
Pages, yes. 48. I'll go for 48. I think my one expires this year. Next year, I need
32 pages, 100 Ghana cedis. From 50.
Yeah, I'll go for the
48 is 150.
It's a big
and then if you want fast track, it used to be 100. Now, if you want the 32 pages, 150, and the 48 pages will go for 200.
I'll go for 200.
All right.
Fast track, 48 pages.
Oh, but there are extra fees, isn't there? Travel certificate.
Yes, so you want attestation.
Legal documents.
Yeah. So just to apprise all of us of the new charges, just slight increments.
Okay. All right, guys, that's it. This is where we have to leave the review. But remember, on this day, last year, we saw masked security men at... okay, let me just read so I don't add.
I'm not seeing some
security operatives shooting indiscriminately, described by many as a scar on Ghana's democracy. As Ghanaians prepare to mark the anniversary of the incident today, we've heard Secretary to the defunct Emil Shot Commission, Kofi Abochi, advising the youth to be more conscious of peace regarding electoral matters, as they will have the final say on the true turnout of events. But there will be a commemorative ceremony. We'll be covering that extensively. We'll bring you details of that when it gets underway here on the AM show. We've got our colleague Maxwell Agbagba on that beats. Okay. And on that note, Roland,
we'll have to go for sports.
Take a breather.
Yeah.
Wait for it. We've got sports coming your way.